Okay, so who has a fax machine anymore? Breaking up with someone via fax. That's not just old school. That's Jurassic Park meets Microsoft Office 95 energy. Like, I'm sorry, Brenda, it's over, and here's a blurry dot matrix printout to prove it. What kind of Bond villain behavior is that? First off, who has a fax machine anymore? Like, you'd have to actively go out of your way to ruin someone's day with that much effort. You don't just bump into a fax machine at Starbucks. You need a landline, a special paper, and the patience of a medieval monk transcribing scrolls. And imagine the drama, the breakup message prints. Dear Jenny, I've been thinking, and I just don't feel the same anymore. Paper jam. What a roller coaster. You go from heartbroken to tech support in under 30 seconds. And the faxer? This is a person who Googled how to break up like a villain in a Cold War spy thriller. Probably wore gloves while doing it too. Maybe included a cover sheet. 2. The love of my life. From the guy who ghosts with analog precision. Like, wow. Brenda's tears are still drying while he's checking if the transmission was successful. Faxing a breakup is the only method where your heartbreak has a confirmation receipt. Anyway, if your ex broke up with you by fax, please know you didn't lose a soulmate. You dodged someone who still uses dial-up. The audacity, the nerve, the retroactive malice to not only end a relationship, but to do it in a format that can be accidentally shredded in a government office fax tray. That's peak. I love you, but make it bureaucratic. Like, imagine Brenda goes to make copies at work, and suddenly she's holding a breakup in her hands between quarterly sales reports and Cheryl's banana bread recipe. And can we talk about the tone of a fax? Cold, mechanical, zero emotion. You can't write, I'll always cherish our time together on something that looks like it came straight from the IRS. Now let's not forget the timeline. You know that wasn't same-day delivery. Nope. Brenda gets the fax the next morning. She's brushing her teeth, thinking it's just another Wednesday, and ding, ding, ding. The fax machine wakes up like some demon from the 80s. Babert. Wine grind cha-chunk like a banshee with arthritis. And then, boom! Dear Brenda, I'm out. Sir, if you're brave enough to end a relationship by fax, I hope you're also brave enough to pick up your dry cleaning from the place where Brenda's cousin works. And if you're on the receiving end of a breakup fax, you absolutely have my permission to respond by sending back a photo of yourself, flipping the bird in low resolution. It's poetic, really. Love begins with fireworks, and sometimes ends with a paper jam. And here's the thing. No one in the history of romance has said, you know what would really soften this emotional blow? Dot matrix fonts. Like Brenda's sitting there, mascara streaming, holding a sheet that reads, I wish you the best. Regards, Kyle. Regards? That's how you end an email to HR, not 7 months of watching Bridgerton together. And you know, Kyle thought he was being classy. He probably stood there while the fax sent, arms crossed, nodding like some tragic anti-hero. Like, yeah, this is the mature way. Very adult. Very James Bond, if Bond sold toner cartridges. Bond texts. And then changes his number. Meanwhile, Brenda's coworker Todd sees the fax first, right? Todd's just trying to send his karaoke set list to his a cappella group when he pulls the page out and goes, Brenda, I think your heart just came through the machine. Now it's office gossip. Karen from HR prints it out again for the group chat. It's not a breakup, it's company-wide news. Also, let's not forget, faxes don't just come through. They linger, they curl at the edges, they fade. You know what else fades? Hope. Trust. The feeling in your soul after getting dumped via the same technology used for prescription refill requests. And what if Brenda tried to reply by fax? The romance is dead, and it's now filed under documents that smell like burnt plastic. At that point, all you can do is laminate it, frame it, and hang it next to your world's okayest ex mug. Final thought. If you ever date someone who owns a fax machine, just know that's a red flag wrapped in thermal paper. Run, don't even text. Just send a smoke signal and disappear. Wow! You stayed until the end of mentally chaotic? It's either loyalty or a cry for help. And honestly, we respect both. Do us a solid. Subscribe so you never miss another emotional car crash. Share this episode with that one friend who sends 3-minute voice notes unprovoked. We'll be back next week with more thoughts that should have stayed in drafts. Until then, stay delusional, stay kind of hot, and don't join a cult unless the merch is cute. Bye.